So, a very good afternoon to all of you. Let me give you a glance at what we have discussed in the last session. First of all, we went and understood about external CSS. What do you mean by external CSS? Yes? In external CSS, what we have done? In external CSS, we have created two files. One file we have created for HTML file, one file we have created for content, and one more file we have created for styling. After that, what we have done? We have linked both the file, and for linking, which tag we have used? Link tag we have used. And inside link tag, what we have given? CSS file name we have given. Now my friend, after external CSS, we understood about selectors. What do you mean by selectors? Selecting a particular elements or a content and providing a styling. And we are having a different types of selectors. So first, what type we have seen? Element selector. What do you mean by element selector? By using element name, if you are providing a styling, that time it has been considered as a element selector. What do you mean by ID selector? By using ID attribute value, if you are providing a styling, that time you have to consider ID selector. What do you mean by class selector? By using class attribute value, if you are providing a styling, that time you have to consider as a class selector. After class selector, what we have seen? Group selector. What do you mean by group selector? See, if you are using one element name, that time you have to consider element selector. But if you are using more than one element name or a multiple elements name and providing a styling, that time you have to consider a group selector. After group selector, what we have seen? Universal selector. What do you understand by universal selector? If you wanted to select all the elements in one shot, and if you wanted to provide a styling, that time you can go for what? Universal selector. And what is the syntax of using universal selector? What you have to use? Star you have to use. After that, you have to put curly braces, and inside that curly braces you have to use CSS properties. And these all the selectors we have seen in the great depth. Now two are the selectors which is pending. What is that? Pseudo element selector and pseudo class selector. Then what is pseudo element selector and what is pseudo class selector? Please have a focus here. Now first I'll go to my VS Code. So let's go inside my VS Code. So here and all, what I'll do, I'll be creating one new file. So for creating new file, I should go to Explorer. I should go to my folder CSS. So here what I'll do, I will create one new HTML file. .html I will give extension. Now here only I will take my structure. So here I will give P means pseudo element selector. Now what is my requirement? Please have a focus here. So what I will do, I will take this paragraph. So I'll copy this paragraph and I'll paste it over here. So let's use P tag. Let's paste this paragraph. Now my friend, if I will execute this, how it will display in our browser? Now over here, just I have created one paragraph, or just I have displayed one paragraph. Now the requirement will come in front of you that you have to put an image. What do you have to put? You have to put an image before this particular paragraph, or sometimes the requirement will come, you have to put an image after this particular paragraph. How we can put? Using image tag. Yes, one way is using image tag, but my friend, using pseudo element also we can put that particular image before our paragraph and after our paragraph. In pseudo element we are having selectors over here. In pseudo element only, we are having sub selectors. So first selectors that what we are having in pseudo element is your before selector we are having. After that we are having after selector. After we are having something called as first line, then we are having first letter. So in pseudo element selector only, we are having something called as before selector, we are having after selector, we are having first line selector, and we are having first letter. And when you have to go for before, when you have to go for after, when you have to go for first line or a first letter, that you will understand in today's session. But first of all, my requirement is I wanted to display one image before my paragraph. So what I will do for this, please have a focus here. I will go to my VS Code first of all. So let's go to my VS Code. Now please have a focus. If we are using selectors, can we go for inline CSS? If I am using selectors, can I go for inline CSS? No, we can't go for inline CSS. Why we cannot go for inline CSS? Because where we are giving inline CSS, directly to that particular element only we are giving inline CSS. But in selectors, what we are doing, we are selecting that particular elements. So whenever if you are using selectors, either you can go for internal CSS or you can go for external CSS, not for inline. So this thing you should keep into your mind. So first of all, what I will do, I will use one approach over here, which is your internal approach of giving styling. If I am using internal approach of giving styling, where we can give the particular styling here? We can give inside head. So inside head, what we have to use? Style tag we have to use. So let's use style tag. So here and all we have to use. So please have a focus here. Style tag we have to use. Now my friend, if I am using P like this, then which selector it will become? If just I am using my element name, which selector it will become? It will become element selector, not group. Group means what? If we are using multiple elements. Just if you are using single element and if you are providing a styling, that time it will become your element selector. But right now we are going to understand about pseudo element selector. And in pseudo element selector only, we are having something called as before we are having, after we are having, first line we are having, and first letter. Now the question will come, where we have to use all this thing? Where we have to use? We have to use with our element name also. Or only we have to use with our element name. So which is my element name here? P. P is my element name. So what I will do, I will go after my P. So let's remove this braces for the time being. I will go after my P and here I will use 2 colons. How many colons I have used over here? How many double colons I have used? 2 times I have used my double colon. Single you should not use, you should use double colon 2 times. Am I clear? Now after this colon, what I will do, I will put my selector name. So first selector name we are having, which is your before. So what I will do, the moment I have typed BEF, it has given multiple option. We have to go for first option. Am I clear? So what I will do, I will hit enter here. After that I will put my curly braces. Just what we have done, we have used our element name, which is P. After that 2 double colon I have used. After 2 double colon we have to give one selector, which is your before. Am I clear? Now before selector, when we have to go for, whenever we have to put an image before a paragraph or before any content, whenever if you wanted to put an image, that time you can use this before selector. Now over here inside we have to use one CSS property, which is your content. Which CSS property we have to use? Content we have to use, and inside that content we have to give URL. What we have to give? We have to give URL. So over here only we are having URL option. This option we have to select. Now my friend, inside URL we have to give my file name of my image. Whatever image we are having, that name we have to give over here. Now let me check over here that images we are having or not. Yes, I am having one image, which is your Tap Academy image, and Tap Academy image I have given inside a CSS folder only. Am I clear? Now what I will do, I will go to my pelement.html. Here I will give the name of my image, which is your tab.png. Understand? So the moment if I will give over here, what will happen? Please focus. I will execute this particular file. The moment I have executed, where we encountered with the image? Before our paragraph. Understand? Before our content we have encountered with the image. So whenever if you wanted to put image before the paragraph, you can use this particular selector. Understood? Now you will ask, sir, can we put link? Can we put video? Can we put audio? No. In CSS you cannot put. All the contents related thing you have to do in the HTML only. CSS has not meant for putting the contents. But again, for image we are having an option. But again, I can suggest you this is not an efficient manner. But again, the option has given to us. But really, if you wanted to put a content means any content you can put in HTML only. CSS just has been designed for putting the styling, for applying the styling, that's it. But again, the option has given to us in CSS. That option we can follow up and we can provide this particular image. Am I clear? It depends on the situation to situation. Now my friend, one more situation has been come to us. We have to put image after the paragraph. As we have given before the paragraph, we can give after the paragraph also. So if you are giving after the paragraph, which selector you have to use? Please have a focus here. So first of all, I'll go to my code. So here only I will be using my element name. Tell me what is my element name here? P is my element name. Now after my P, I should use double colon. What I should use? Double colon I should use. So 2 times I will be using this. After double colon, what we have to give? We have to put the curly braces. Now curly braces I have given. So please focus here. How many columns I have given? 2 columns I have given. You should not give 1 column. You have to give 2 columns. Now after my colon only, I will be putting one selector which is your after. See how I have given for this P, 2 times I have given colon, then I have given before. Same procedure you have to follow. P you have to give, 2 times colon you have to give, and you have to use after selector. Now if I will use after selector, what I will do? Same thing I will copy here. Same thing I will copy and I will paste it over here. Now I will save this. Let's view my output. Now my friend, first time the image that what we encountered is before the paragraph. After that the image that what we encountered is after the paragraph. Before where we have given? Before the paragraph. But after that where we have given? After the paragraph. So if you wanted to get this particular effect, or if you wanted to achieve this particular thing, you can use before and after selector. And how to implement all the selectors that I have already conveyed. Am I clear? Now the situation will arise in front of you. What is the character that I have used over here? O I have used. Now for this first letter, the situation will come, you have to give styling. Any styling you can consider, just for first letter only, not for all the entire paragraph. If I will use P element and if I will provide a styling, then the styling will be affected for the entire paragraph. But my requirement is I want styling for my first letter. You would have been seen right in books that first letter that they would have been highlighted basically. So for first letter, I wanted to provide styling. How we can give for first letter? How we can give? We have to use pseudo element selector only, but in pseudo element we have to use first letter selector. Which selector we have to use? First letter. As we have used before, as we have used after, like that we have to use first letter selector. Now what I will do? Please focus here. Whatever before and after I have given, I wanted to comment this. Can we comment in HTML? Yes. Comment that what you have seen in Java, right? Like that if you wanted to comment in HTML, you can comment. How to comment? Very simple. I will select this element. Control I will press. After control at a time I should press /. Control /. It means you have commented this particular piece of code. Understood, friends? Now what I will do, I will use my first letter selector. And how to work with first letter selector, please have a focus here. Now first of all, what we have to give here? First step, what we have to follow? Element name we have to give. What is my element name? P I have given. Now after P, what the things which should come into your mind? What we have to give here? 2 colons we have to give. 2 colons we have to give. Now what I will do? First colon I have given, second colon I have given. 2 colons we have to give. After 2 colons, what we have to give here? My selector name. What is my selector name? First letter we have to put. Now please focus here. The moment I have typed FI, multiple option it has given to us. Which option we have to shortlist? First option we have to select here. Let's select the first option. Now after that, we have to provide the CSS property. How we can provide CSS property here? We have to give curly braces. We have to give body. Now inside the curly braces only, we have to put our CSS property. Now my friend, just for first letter, in entire paragraph, I wanted to give styling just for my first letter. Now I wanted to change my color. So let's change the color. So what we can give here? Can we give blue? Sure, we can give. Now let's change the font family. What is the use of font family? If we wanted to change the font styling, so can we give cursive? Yes, we can give. Now I wanted to increase the size also. Font size also you can increase. I will be giving 25 pixel. Understood? How many properties I have used? 3 properties I have used. One is color, one is font family, one is font size. Now I have already been conveyed. If you wanted to take a color, from which website we can take? If we wanted to take from Color Hunt. So if you wanted to take color from Color Hunt, you can take. There you have to copy hexadecimal code. That code you have to paste, and as a prefix you have to give hashtag. This you have to try it out. Am I clear? Now 3 properties I have given. You only think for the entire paragraph we will get this particular styling? No, we will get this particular styling just for first letter. Now please have a focus here. The moment if I will display my output, for which letter it has given? For first letter. So whatever styling if you wanted to achieve for first letter, you can achieve with the help of pseudo element. And what you have to use? First letter selector you have to use. Am I clear? So this we can achieve with the help of pseudo element selector. Now the requirement will come in front of you. Yeah, sure. The requirement will come in front of you. We are having an entire paragraph, right? We wanted to put styling just for my first line. Only for first line I wanted to put a styling. Can we give that particular styling? Yes, we can give. We can give styling for my first line also. So for that we have to use pseudo element first line selector. Which selector we have to use? First line selector we have to use. Now what I will do, I'll go to my VS Code. How we can comment this? Control/, we can comment this. Now first of all, which step we have to follow, or what step we have to follow? We have to give our element name, which is our P. After that 2 colons we have to use. After that first line we have to use. Now over here what I'll do, I'll give color. So let me give blue color. Now let us save this particular thing and let us check with the output. Now my friend, the color what I have given, for which line it has affected over here? For first line it has affected, but for other lines it has not affected this particular styling. So whatever styling if you wanted to give, that you can give with the help of first letter. Inside a first letter, inside a first line you can put. So over here we have given the styling inside a first line. Understood? So how many pseudo element selectors we are having here? First we are having before, next we are having after, next what we are having, first letter, next we are having first line. So it depends on the scenario to scenario. So whatever scenario will come in front of you, accordingly you have to perform that. Understood? But again, let me give you a clear-cut understanding here. Whenever you are putting any content has to be given with the help of HTML only. Understood? But whenever if you are providing the styling has to be given with the help of CSS only. So this thing you should follow. But again, the option it has given to us for giving images, that we can achieve here. Understood? So this is what we wanted to learn in terms of pseudo element selector. So how many selectors we have seen till now? First we have seen element selector, then we have seen ID selector, then we have seen class selector, group selector, universal selector, pseudo element selector, that we have already seen. Last selector we are having, which is your pseudo class selectors, and pseudo class selectors people are using mostly in the industry. And why people are using mostly in the industry, you will understand in the next step. Now my friend, I have already been conveyed that whenever if you wanted to display the link, how we can display the link? Using link tag, anchor tag. Using anchor tag we can display the link. Now whatever URL we are copying from the particular website, that URL will be displayed in the browser? No, right? It can be displayed in the form of text, it can be displayed in the form of image, it can be displayed in the form of video, but that URL will not going to display. Understand? So what you should do, you should put that URL and you should put the content also. Understand? Now I have already been conveyed, for the links we are having default colors. What are all the default colors we are having for the links? We are having blue, purple and red. Blue, what it indicates for? It is an unvisited link. Purple, what it indicates for? It is a visited link. Now red, what it indicates for? It is an active link. This color, that what we are having, this has been given by default. But the requirement will come, we have to change the color. We have to change the default color. How we can change? Yes, the requirement will come. We can change that color also. We can change that default color also. If you wanted to change that default color, you have to go for pseudo class selector. So pseudo class selector, basically it will work for a link. Basically people are using whenever they wanted to work for a links. That time people are using pseudo class selector. And how to implement pseudo class selector? Please have a focus here. So first of all, I should go to my VS Code. So here I'll take one new file. So let's take one new file, p pseudo class selector, pseudo class.html we can give. Let's generate my structure. Let's give pseudo class selector. Now what I will do, please have a focus here. How we can give a link? How we can give a link? By using anchor tag. Let's use anchor tag. What is href? Hypertext reference. For what we are using href? For putting the URL or a path of the particular website. Now what I will do, I will take an URL for Amazon website. So what I will do, I will go to my Amazon here. So I'll go to my Amazon. So Amazon I should type here. Now I have given the URL of an Amazon. If I will execute, will this URL will be displayed to us? No. I want this particular link to be displayed. What we can give here? We can give text. Where we can put text? Here we can put text. So what I will do, I will put my text here, which is your visit Amazon. Now please have a focus here. Why it has given purple to us? Because it is a visited link, it means I have already been redirected to that particular website. Understand? Now this is my visited link default color. If I will keep press like this, 1 second. That color is not visible, that red, that what? Actually it's a black background, so what I can do here, I can open one other browser. So let me check which is a white background browser. So let's execute here. Now please focus here, why it has given blue to us? Why it has given blue to us? Because for this we have not redirected. This is what? Which link? Unvisited. Which color it has given to us? This is a blue. I have changed my browser. Please have a focus. That time it was black background. But for this particular Chrome, I have not visited to this particular website. Understood? So what I will do, I will click here. The moment I clicked here, it has redirected us to one Amazon. What I will do, I will go back. Why it has changed the color? Now it became visited link. That is why it has changed the color to purple. Now I wanted to see my active color. Why it has shown red to us? Because it is in the active format. And this is a default color. So that time it was not visible in the black background. That is why I have changed the background of my browser. Now my friend, whatever default color we are having, we can change the color of that. And how to change the color? Please have a focus. Now let me go to my VS Code. Now first of all, I am using approach called as internal approach. If you wanted to use external approach, you can use. It depends on you. But I am using internal approach. If we are using internal approach, then what we have to give is style tag we have to give. Now over here, what is my element name? A is my element name. Now what I will do, if you will give like this, it means you are using element selector. But right now we have to use pseudo class selector. Now to showcase your pseudo class selector, what you have to do, please have a focus. I will remove this. I will use my element name which is A. Now here I will use one colon. Right now I am not giving colon 2 times. Just once you have to give colon. In pseudo element, how many times we have given? 2 times. But over here in pseudo class, the colon has to be given only once. This you have to remember. After that, what I will do, I will use link. I will use link. Link has been given to us. Now my friend, link is a pseudo class selector. Link over here, it will represent your unvisited link. What it will represent? Unvisited link. Now, if you wanted to change your color of your unvisited, you have to use link selector. Understood? So this will represent your unvisited link. Now we are having visited also. So for visited, what we have to follow, please focus. Now what I will do, same element name I will use. What is my element name? A is my element name. Only one colon I will be using. After that I will use visited. What I will use? Visited. Then I will give curly braces. So if you wanted to change the color of visited link, you have to use this visited pseudo class selector. Am I clear? Now one more we are having, which is your active. For active, we are having one active pseudo class selector. So what I will do, same element name I am using, which is your A. Same element name A. After that I will be using active. Then curly braces. Understood? Link, what it will represent? Unvisited link. Visited, what it will represent? Visited. Active, it will represent your active link. Understand? Now what I will do, inside my link I will put one color. Inside my link I will put color. So here I will use color property. Let's give something called as black. Over here also I will be using one color. Let's use something called as Coral we can use. Here, color. Can we use this color? Yeah, we can use. Now please focus what changes you will be getting. Right now, which color it has indicating over here? Coral. The coral I have given. Coral it is indicating. Yes, for unvisited, it will not display. For unvisited, why it will not display? Because this link has already been visited. So that is why it is not showing black over here. Again I am repeating. Why it is not showing black over here? Because this particular link has already been visited. If it could not have been visited that time, it could have shown black to you. But again, it is visited link. That is why it is showing coral to us. That what I have given. Now for active, before what color it was giving? Red it was giving. But right now what it will give? That what we have given, something green type we have given, right? Now please show it has given. It is giving like this. Before it was giving red, but right now it is giving this color, that what we have given. Understood, friends? So this is something, if you wanted to change the color, the default color of your link, you can change. You can change with the help of pseudo class selector, and definitely they will be asking this particular thing. How to change the color, how to change the default color of a particular link. So if you wanted to change a default color, you can use first link class selector you can use. Link will indicate your unvisited link. After that you can use visited. Visited will represent your visited link. Then you can use active. Active will represent your active link. So 3 properties you can use, or 3 selectors you can use in your CSS. Am I clear? Now please have a focus here. This line we got, right? This line we got. I wanted to remove this line. How we can remove? How we can remove? Anywhere you would have been encountered with this particular line. You would have been encountered? No, right? This line they have not given. In a text format, what they have given, the links they have given, the lining that they have not given. I wanted to remove this line. How we can remove? Any idea you guys are having? No idea? Please focus here, how to remove. Now I'll go to my VS Code. See, right now I am not conveying about the selectors. Just this is the normal thing that what I am conveying. Selectors we have seen here. Understood? Now what I will do, I will use my A element. Over here I will use one property which is your text decoration. Which property I will use? Text decoration. Just I have used my element name. Understand? And inside that element name, I am giving one property which is your text decoration, and the value I will set for this none. What I will set? None. First I have used my element name A. Inside that I have used one property, CSS property, which is your text decoration. Inside that text decoration I have used one value which is your none. The moment if you will use none, whatever the linings that what you are getting, that will be removed now. Understood? I wanted to get a proof. How we can get a proof? Just save this, just open this. Understood? So with the help of this you can remove the line. Understood? Now for this particular, I wanted one border to come. How we can get a border? For this particular content, I wanted one border to be displayed. How we can give border? We can use border. Normal we can use border property. So what I will do, I will go to my VS Code. Where we can use border? Here only we can use. So whenever we are giving border, what are all the things we have to define? First, thickness or a size we have to define. Then we have to define its type. Then we have to define its color. So as a thickness I will give 3 pixel. As a type I will give solid. As a color I will give black. Now please focus how it is displaying to us. Like a button, right? It is displaying like a button. Now my scenario is very simple. Please focus here in my cursor. The moment if I am taking my cursor here in the Amazon, Is it reflecting anything or the color is getting changed over here? No, right? I wanted to put one hover here. I wanted to put hover. Hover, you understood what I basically mean to say? The moment if you will take cursor to that particular text, the color should change. It should give some hover type of effects. That hover I want over here. Now my friend, as a pseudo class, we have seen link, we have seen visited, we have seen active. One more we are having, one more select task we are having which comes under your pseudo class, which is your hover. What we are having? Hover. So how to use hover here? Please have a focus. So first of all, I'll go to my VS Code. For hover, same element name I will be using. Same element name. What is my element name here? A. Now I wanted to give pseudo class selector. How we can represent? With the help of colon. Only once we have to give. After that we have to give hover. Now we have to put curly braces. Now what I will do, please have a focus. I will change the background color. Let me give something called as aqua. Now if I will take my cursor, where is my cursor first of all? Please focus how it is changing the color. Now if you wanted to give this particular effect to your content, you can give with the help of hover. Understood? And this is one of the mostly used content, basically one of the mostly used selector. Whatever hover we are having, that is one of the mostly used selector. So people are using repeatedly times in a content or in a web page. So this you should know as a fresher. So how many selectors we have seen in pseudo class? First we have seen link, then we have seen visited, then what we have seen? Active, then we have seen hover. Understood? Now we have created one forms, right? One forms we have created. For that forms I have given one submit button. Can we give hover for that particular submit button? Can we give hover? How we can give? Using a tag. A tag we are not using there. Pseudo class we can use. But how to implement pseudo class in the form? Please focus here. What I will do. So do we have forms here? We don't have forms, but let us create the structure of that. Now for form, which tag first of all we have to use? Form tag we have to use first. Now I want one label to be given. Which tag we have to use? Label tag we have to use. I want name here. For label, I wanted the input box. Now what is the use of for attribute here? Now anywhere did we inform that this label we have given for this input? No, we have not informed. Now what we should do, we should inform that name label, whatever we are giving for this particular input box. This information we have to do. So if we wanted to inform this, what step we have to follow first? We have to identify our element uniquely. How we can identify our element uniquely? ID attribute we have to use. Here we can use ID. And same value where we have to give? Inside for attribute. Same value we have to give. Now please focus. I want one submit button. How we can get one submit button here? How we can get? Input tag only we can use. We can put submit here. Now I will be executing this. Please have a focus. Now my friend, the moment if I will take my cursor here, is it reflecting anything or the hover has been given for this? No, it is not changing the color. Now I wanted to give hover for this particular submit button. How we can give? How we can give? Think. Yes, how we can give? Yes, I have already taught, right? How? Where? Inside head. What we have to give inside head? First we have to use style tag. Which element we have to put here? Input. Which input we should put? Class attribute. Where we have to use? Inside input. See, class attribute we can use, but I can be more specific. Who told ID? Very good. ID we can use. ID in sense, for my submit button, how many input tags we have used? Only once. Now first of all, we should identify my input tag uniquely. So for identifying my input tag uniquely, what we can use? ID attribute we can use. So here only we can use ID attribute. Here we can give any value whatever you want, but that value should be unique. This you should not repeat because this is a ID attribute. Am I clear? Same value I will take and I will put inside my style tag. Now my friend, if I will put like this, 1, now if I will put like this, will it reflect the styling here? Why it will not reflect the styling? Internally it will consider this is an element, but we should make sure, we should inform to this particular thing that this is a ID attribute value. How we can inform? Hash we have to use. Where we have to use hash? Before 1 as a prefix we have to use. So let's use. Now inside this, please focus, one background color I will be giving. Any color you can give, I will be giving aqua. Now, like this we can give, but now it is not giving the effect, it is not giving the hover, just it is changing the background color. But I want hover type of effect, what we can use? We can go for pseudo class. Understood? So after ID attribute value, we can use one selector over there, which is your hover selector. Right now it has just changed the background color. It is not giving any kind of hover, but we wanted hover to be given. So what I will use, after one I should give one colon and we should use hover. Now please focus what changes it will do here. The moment if I will take my cursor, it has changed this particular thing. Understood? So if you want this particular styling, you can achieve with the help of ID attribute value. Understood? Now, not for this particular thing, for this also if you want, you can achieve. So whatever styling if you wanted to achieve, you can achieve with the help of hover. Understood? Now some more styling if I wanted to give here, what we can give? We can give background, we can give border for this. If I will give border, how it will display? Yes, if I will give border, how it will display to us? How it will display? It will display in the form of hover, right? So what I will do, I will save this. See how it will display if you will give border. Right now, please focus here. Border we have given, right? What we have given? Border we have given. Just check before what it has given. See, now it has given. In my border color, what color we have given? Red. Now if I will remove this cursor, see right now it has not highlighted, but the moment if I will take my cursor, it has been highlighted. So as my border we have given color red, that time it was not saved. Understood? So whatever styling if you wanted to achieve in terms of hover, you can achieve. Whatever styling if you wanted to give for this particular submit button, you can give. Understand? See right now, it is highlighting, but again the moment if I am removing my cursor, the highlighted has removed. Again if I will take my cursor, again it is highlighting. It means it is giving the hover to this particular submit button. Understood? So this effect if you wanted to achieve, you can use ID attribute, and the value you can use inside a style tag, and you can use pseudo class selector, which is your hover. Am I clear? So this thing you can achieve in terms of forms also. So how many selectors we have seen till now? First we have seen something called as element. What is element selector? By using element name, if you are providing a styling, that time it will be considered as element selector. What is ID selector? By using ID attribute value, if you are providing a styling, that time you have to consider as ID selector. What is class selector? By using class attribute value, if you are providing a styling, that time you have to consider as class selector. What do you mean by group selector? If you are using multiple elements and providing a styling, that time you have to consider it as group selector. What do you mean by universal selector? If you wanted to give styling for all the elements, you can go for universal selector. And what is the syntax? You have to put star, and inside a curly braces you have to put the CSS properties. After universal selector, what we have seen? Pseudo element selector. In pseudo element selector, what are all the selectors is present? First we are having before, then we are having after, first line and first letter. After pseudo element, what we have seen? Pseudo class selector. In pseudo class, what are all the selectors we have seen? First we have seen link, then we have seen visited, then we have seen active, then we have seen hover. Am I clear? And how to use hover, that also I have already conveyed. Or on what situation you have to go for hover, that also I have already been conveyed. So these things you have to think how to get all this effect. Understand? Now, what we will do now after this, have you seen that Google? If you will open your Chrome or if you will open the Google, how it will display that Google in the center that it has been displayed, right? So please see that particular Google, how it has been displayed. You have a system, right? Please open your system and search for Google. Here only I got. Now, our task is to design this particular Google as it is. How we can design? See, I wanted to design this Google. How we can design? Which tag we have to use? Please open your system, everyone. You guys have system, right? Please open. And try to design this particular Google. Whatever you know, take the prerequisite of that particular content and try to design this particular Google. See, if you don't want to put in over here, you can put here also, it is fine, but I will teach you how to put here. But again, I want you guys to put this G in beside of G. I wanted O, then G, then L, then E, but the color should be different only. Understand? Make it happen. Yes, what happened? You wanted to go outside for what? Okay, you can go. So how many of you have done with the email validation, that last assignment I have given? You have completed. What about you? Okay, what about others? Email validation, that assignment I have given. Please open that email validation assignments. After that, you can perform with this. Hello. So how many of you have designed this Google? Yes, how many of you have designed? No one? Ask him. Have you got this? Which tag you are using? H1 tag. Okay, span tag. You got this? Different color also you got? Okay, what about you? Which tag you are using? H1. Okay, what about others? You guys got? Okay, so you got all the characters in the same line? Which tag you have used? Paragraph. So please guys have a focus how to get this. Please focus here. See, first of all, what I will do, I will create one new file. Now basically what you guys are using H1 tag or a P tag. So if you will use H1 or P tag, you will not get that Google. So what I will do first, I will put that Google inside H1. So if I will be putting inside H1, let's check it out. Let's execute this. Now what my scenario is, for all the characters I wanted different color. So if I wanted different colors, what we can use here? What we can use? See, for G I wanted some different color. For O I wanted some different color. For O, this O also I wanted some different. For all the characters I wanted different color. What we can use? ID. See, if you wanted to put your content in the same line, and for all the characters, if you wanted to give different styling, you can go for span tag. Which tag you can use? Span tag. Now how to work with span tag, please focus here. And your span is also your paired tag. So first character I will use G. Next I will use O I will use. Next again I am using span tag. Again I am using O. Next again I am using G. Next I am using L. Next we are having E. Now please focus which approach we can use for giving styling. Which approach we can use? I am asking about the approach. Which type we can use of CSS? Can we use inline for this? Yes, because it is a minimal content. We can use inline. Where we can put inline? Where we can put inline? Inside an element. So first we should put style attribute. So here what I will do, I will put my color. Which color we have to give for this G? Blue we have to give. Now I wanted to change the font size also. So let's change the font size. Font size I will be giving 25 pixel. Now what I will do, same thing I will copy here and I will paste for O. For O, which color we can give? What is that? Orange. So it is something like golden rod type, something it is. It's red or what after blue? It's red, right? Please let me know the correct color. Red. After red, what we are having? It is something like golden rod. So after this, what we are having? Which color we are having? Blue only we are having, right? After this, we are having green. So green we can give. And after green, what we are having? Orange we are having. Red, from where you are seeing this? We are having red. See, we got different color for all the characters and in the same line. Understood, my friends? Now my scenario is the Google whatever we are having, where it has been aligned by default in the left side. I wanted to put in the center. Which tag we have to use? Text align. Text align have you used with that particular thing? Text align will not work with your span tag. See, if you will use text align, it will not work with your span tag. Again, I am telling text align will not work with your span tag. So what I will do, directly I can use center tag. So center, this it has been generated to us. It has placed in the center. Understood, friends? So like this, if you wanted to get the effects, you can get with the help of span tag. Now your scenario will come, or you will ask, sir, how to put this particular thing in the middle. This also we can put, but again, for the time being, I am not conveying this thing because this topic will come under your padding and margin. So whenever if you wanted to put this particular content in the middle, that also you can put. But I will let you know when I will speak about padding and margin. That time you will understand. So with the help of padding and margin, wherever if you wanted to put content, you can put. Either if you wanted to put in the left, right, or wherever if you wanted to put, you can put with the help of padding and margin. And padding and margin, one of the most important concept in terms of CSS. So that I will let you know in the next session. Or in the further session, I will let you know. So what you should do, everyone, please design this particular Google right only and please show it to me. And that email validation also I wanted from everyone right now. So please design all these things.